Yo guys, it's CFB and welcome back to a brand new video, welcome back to the channel. Today, I just want to quickly first off say this before we get straight into the video. I hope you all had a good Christmas yesterday. I hope you got what you wanted. Hope you had a good time with your families and, so on and all that. I hope you all had a good day, just in general. So, yeah, let's get straight into today's video, which is the preview for Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. We're finally back at home. We haven't played at the Bridge since the last two games, I'm pretty sure, but back at home against a team who are right up our arse. Don't get me wrong, they're close to us in terms of points, so it's another must win. It seems like every game we get into, the last couple games, and it will be for the next couple games, will be must wins no matter what. Must wins no matter what, because of the situation we put ourselves in. But before we get into the previews, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time we load a video, because, videos will come at any time. First link in the description is my second channel and also my streaming channel, which I will be streaming on there very, very soon, maybe in the next 4 days, because my PC comes in like 2 or 3 days. So, be ready for that. Obviously, I'll let you guys know on the channel when it starts happening. But yeah, go and follow it anyway. It'd be very much appreciated. And yeah, let's jump straight into the preview because, that's the video. I know I said in the last couple of videos that around Christmas time, it won't be just previews. You get different type of videos, and you will be getting different types of videos. It's just this game has came so quickly. You know what I mean? Like, our last game was Christmas Eve, you know what I mean? At the moment, it's Boxing Day, which is 2 days after Christmas. Well, Christmas Eve. So, I couldn't get anything out in that time. But after this, you will get videos soon. So, it's been constant game after game after game recently. Through the whole of December, it's been game after game after game. And us Chelsea fans, we know that, Chelsea never play well in Christmas. We never do. It doesn't matter what team, what manager we have, we have never really played well in Christmas. Even the times we've won leagues, we never really play well in Christmas. We just about get through it, do you know what I mean? And with this team and this manager in charge and this new ownership, putting Christmas in it as well, it's like, it's like chucking, I don't know, it's like chucking jam on a bloody cheese muffin. I don't know. It's the first thing that really came to my mind. It's just not mixing. Do you know what I mean? It's not mixing. And, we've put ourselves in this position. If we got a lot of points and we were hanging even around 6th, 5th, around that, I would be looking at these games, I'm still looking at these games and going, it's a must win, we must win this, we must go into top 4. But I'd be less annoyed at the fact of us losing compared to where we are right now. Because where we are right now, based off today's results, we are 11th. We've dropped to 11th. You know who's overtook us? Bournemouth. They're on joint, the same amount of points. No, hold on a minute. No, they're not. They're on 25 points. We're on 22. And they have a game on hand on us because they played 18, we played 18. Tomorrow we're going to play 19. So they actually have a game in hand on us. And they're 3 points above us. Ha! Laughable. Absolutely. It's despicable that we're in this position again. We're in the position again where, the same as last season, where we're looking at the table, we're looking at the results below us, the teams below us, and thinking, let's hope they drop points. We need them to drop points. Instead of what we've always known of us Chelsea fans for the past 2 decades of looking at the top people and going, I'm hoping they drop points so we can, get into 4th or 3rd or 2nd, or, we can get up to 1st, or, thinking about making a bigger gap so we can get Europe. We're looking at the bigger gaps down in relegation at the moment. We're looking at the relegation gaps. I'm back on my phone looking at results, hoping that the teams below us drop points. I'm even looking at relegation points. You know why? Because Luton are in 18th, who are racking up some form, by the way. I think they've won their last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, but they're on 15 points. We're on 22. They are 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. They are 7 points off us. We are 7 points off 18th. 7 points off 18th. Are you joking? And yet we're supposed to trust this process. It's oh my god. A manager like Pochettino should at least get some sort of tune out of this team. Surely. And if you watched my last review and you saw my title of my last review of the game, you would know now I'm not poaching. I'm not poaching. Because I know a lot of people are going to look at it and go, oh, but he's got us into a cup semi-final at least. But that's not because of him. You watch the game back, it's not because of him. It's not because of the tactics he put out. Tactically, I think Pochettino's not there. He's not even in the top 10 managers tactically. And it's proven in terms of the table. But he's been bailed out by some performers. You look at the game, like I said, against Newcastle. It wasn't our tactics. It was Mudryk who bailed us out and good penalties. That's what bailed us out. Look at some games. Our team should be able to bail us out at times. It's not Poch. It's not Poch. I'm not sticking around to trust this process whatsoever. I'm not. But we need him to rack up some sort of points. We need him to do something. It's got me wondering what we're doing on training ground. What are we actually doing on training ground week in, week out? What is it? Rondos? I could manage a team and get them to do rondos. Rondos are easy. That's nothing to down to the manager. And when you watch us do rondos, we can't even do 5 without getting dispossessed. And I'm not even joking. So we're in worrying times now. We're in the exact same position as last season, like I've already said. And I didn't think, even with Pochettino, who I've always said, you know, I've never liked him, but if he can at least get us into that 7th, 6th position, I'm happy with. I thought he was going to get us around that this season, but he's not. He's not. And it's clear and obvious he's not. We're not going to get Europe at all unless we win the Carabao Cup. And based off how we performed in the last game, are we even going to beat Middlesbrough for the Carabao Cup semi-final? Nah, man. We won't. And they're championship, I think. I think they're in a championship. But either way, we won't beat them. No, we won't. We're 5 points off the drop. 7 points off the drop. Sorry, what? My maths is all over the place. We're 7 points off the drop. And like I already said in the last video, I feel like if we do sack Poch now as well, then we're either going to have a rushed appointment that we shouldn't be putting in, and we're going to screw up on a manager again. We're going to rush an appointment because it would be middle of the season. We'll get another interim who won't be here for long, and, you know, the players, you know, the same as Frank Lampard last season, it won't go well because it's an interim. Or you're looking at a manager for ages, wondering who's out there. You know, all the top managers are either at clubs right now. They are at clubs, and I don't think they're going to leave in the January market. I just don't think they are. So, leaves us in a sticky position, even if we do lose tomorrow and, you know, we miraculously sack Poch, which I don't think is going to happen. But, you know, results are needed at the moment. They are really, really needed. Teams are starting to catch up on us. I just want to see the way I could trust Pochettino if I see an identity, and that's not just by 1 game or 2 games. You've got to see some sort of identity for a good run of games. You know what I mean? To trust the process. Like Newcastle, they saw Eddie Howe and what he was trying to do. They've trusted that. You know, with other managers, I'm not going to go through it because that's just talking about other teams. But with other managers, I just want to see an identity. But I've seen nothing all season. And, you know, partly you could say as well, that's not just down to Poch because we have had injuries, you know. And today and tomorrow we're going to be skint on the midfield, by the way. We're going to be skint on the midfield because I don't even know if Caicedo's back from his illness because he obviously was ill for the last game. Enzo's out injured. Ugochukwu got another injury. Gallagher's suspended for this game. So is, I think, somebody else's. I don't know who. We're scratching at the surface right now. Scratched at the surface. So I've tried to put a team together on what I think would be best against Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace are a good side. We know Crystal Palace, they're an established Premier League side. They're a good team who have players like Elise, Eze, you know, Edward. They've got Anderson, the centre-back, Gurhey. They've got some good established Premier League players, you know what I mean? Who have been in a setup in a team for a while, who are perfectly capable of causing us danger. I mean, they caused City danger. I think they beat City as well. So it's going to be a tough game tomorrow, and I'm expecting Crystal Palace to low block. But can I blame them? It's their tactic. They're coming to our ground. They've got to get some sort of point. You can't blame them. So, obviously I'm going to leave the score prediction for last, but let's get into the team I think we should go with for tomorrow's game. So, I'll go into the 4-2-3-1 like usual. And with how skint we are with the players right now that we currently have in our squad, due to suspensions and injuries, this is the best I could come up with. So, it's right here on the screen. I'm going to go through it, and then I'm going to go through why I've chosen players. So, Petrovic in goal, Maatsen left back, Colwell left centre back, Thiago Silva right centre back, Gusto right back, Lavia and Caicedo in the midfield, yes. Mudryk off the left wing, Cole Palmer in the middle, Madueke off the right, and Kunku as the ST. So now let's go through why I've chosen these players. So Petrovic in goal, Sanchez obviously injured, I'm pretty sure. Nobody else there. But Petrovic, he's not really at fault for anything so far. Just try and save us on as many occasions as you can. Maatsen left back, please play an actual left back at left back. Look, I think Maatsen will go, and I don't think he has Chelsea quality, but I think he is better in that position than what a Levi Colwell would be. With Cucurella out injured, Chilwell making his way back from injury, I don't want to see Levi Colwell twerking at left back, getting skinned consistently. So just play Maatsen there. He may not be good enough, but you know, it's not like playing Levi Colwell out of position and playing him at left back, you know what I mean? So, just play him there. Ow, damn it. So, just play him there. Colwell at left centre-back, play him. That's his actual position. We haven't really seen Levi Colwell at centre-back that often this season because, obviously, stupidly, Poch put him at left-back for you know, the first couple games of the season for no reason, even though we had Chilwell out on left wing, and we had Maatsen and Cucurella warming up the bench. We started playing Levi Colwell at left back. I don't know why, but we haven't really seen him at centre back, so give him a try at centre back in his actual position. He will actually do well there if you play him in his natural position. Thiago Silva, right centre back. I don't want to play Disasi. That's one of the reasons why, but Thiago Silva's not been good recently. Let's be real here. He's not been good. So play Thiago Silva either way because it's still a better option than Disasi. Thiago Silva should do the job against, you know, a Crystal Palace side. So, you know, as I try to sort my hair out to look, you know, a little bit nice. So, Thiago Silva play as usual. Gusto right back. We haven't got Reece James. Gusto's our only pretty much right back right now. I actually think we should go into the January market and buy a right back on loan because Reece James is going to be back in like 3 or 4 months. You know what I mean? It'll be pretty much end of the season by the time he comes out. So, you know, who are we going to play at right back if, let's say, for example, Gusto gets injured or something like that, or if he's out of form? So I think we should buy a right back on loan for like 6 months and, to occupy that space. So Gusto right back. I hope he keeps up because he's actually been quite good. Now, Lavia centre mid. Lavia making a debut. He was on the bench for the last game. Now, do I actually think Lavia will start tomorrow? No. But the reason why I've chose this is because it's the only option I can see. It's the only option I can see. We can't play Gallagher there because he's suspended. We can't play Enzo because he's injured. Well, you know what I mean. He's injured, but he has a hernia. Ugachukwu, injured. What centre mid do we have there? What centre mid do we have there to play there? You're not going to play Cole Palmer in a double pivot midfield, are you? Let's be real here. So, Lavia's been in full training for the last 2 weeks. He may not be 100% fit, so maybe with the last 15, 25 minutes to go, maybe you find some sort of solution to bring on. I'm not too sure. I'm not a real manager. This is what I mean. But, you know, he's been in full training for the last 2 weeks. He was on the bench for the last game, but didn't get a minute. Didn't play a minute. He's never played a minute for us so far this season. Well, in a Chelsea shirt, ever. So, you know, we've just got to go with him. We've got to go with it, in my opinion. That's the only thing I see. And then Caicedo, obviously. Caicedo was ill, so he didn't play the last game. This is what I'm trying to say. I don't even know if Caicedo's even going to be ready for the game tomorrow. I don't know if he's been in training. I don't know if he's not ill or anything like that right now. We are very skint. We can't play a 4-1-3-1, can we? Because it just doesn't work. It doesn't add up. You know what I'm trying to say? Or we can't play a 4-3-3. or what Todd Bowley likes to call it, 4-4-3. So I'm hoping Caicedo's ready to play. And if he is, he has to start no matter what. So I'd go with them two in the midfield, and I think that would be a very solid midfield. It'd be Lavia's first time in his Chelsea shirt, and I can't wait to see that if it happens. Mudryk left wing, give him a running game. He played decent against Newcastle when he came off the bench, got us the winning goal, and then got dropped for the game against Wolves, which made no sense. But when he came off the bench against Wolves, I actually thought he looked quite decent. He looked a bit on it. Not amazing, but he looked decent. Definitely the best I've ever seen him on the ball. Didn't really make a mistake. You know, he wasn't trying to overdo things. He was actually being quite reserved and, you know, taking the right man on at the right time, making the right passes and stuff like that. So he has to start tomorrow. As I got something in my bloody eye. He has to start tomorrow. Cole Palmer in the middle. Cole Palmer's been off form, don't get me wrong, and if we had available players right now, I would be dropping Cole Palmer to the bench and probably playing Nkunku in the cam, because like I've already said, I think Nkunku's best position is cam, but his second best position is probably out wide or up front. It's either one of the two, but that's the thing with versatility. He's got good versatility. But with how skint we are in terms of players, I would be playing Cole Palmer in the cam. I'm hoping he racks up form. He's not been playing well for the last 3 or 4 games, so I'm hoping he can do better tomorrow, especially as he's at the bridge. Against an opponent he should be able to do well against. Madueke off the right, play Madueke. He came off the bench against Wolves and he looked lively. He hasn't played for like 3 months. Pochettino never gives him a chance, yet he's still taking on players and looking like one of our only threats against Wolves. I don't see why we don't give him a chance. And I think how harsh Pochettino has been, how harsh some of our fans are on Madueke as well is unbelievable, you know. They all scream for, by the way, I agree with this, I think Mudryk should be getting game time, but they all scream and say, how's Mudryk meant to get better if he doesn't get any game time and this and this and that and that, you know. But with Madueke, he never gets a run of games like Mudryk, yet people are quick to dismiss him and go, yeah, he's crap, get rid of him, get rid of him. But it's different for Mudryk. It's like, oh, give him a run of games, give him a run of games. You've got to be the same with both players. You've got to be the same with both players. So I'm hoping Madueke could start off the right tomorrow. I've got faith in him. I've got faith in Madueke. And Nkunku was the ST. I've dropped Broja because Broja, I don't see anything with Broja. I really don't. I didn't really see him get a touch against Wolves. And Jackson, I think he's off form. I don't think he looks good at the moment at all. He can't even trap a ball. You're getting passes to you like Sunday League passes and you can't even trap it. I've seen better at Sunday League than I have right here. So I've completely dropped both strikers and I've put Nkunku as the ST. Like I already said, Nkunku's main position is cam. That's where you see him play best. But he could do well up front. He came off the bench for his Premier League debut for 30 minutes. Against Wolves. For the first 10, he was playing that cam, he looked decent. For the last 20, obviously both our strikers got hacked off and we put Nkunku up front then and he got a goal. You know what I mean? It only took him 30 minutes, so you know, he got some minutes against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. He's had some minutes in the last game, so he should be ready to start, and I would be going with that for tomorrow's game against Wolves. I'm hoping Nkunku being up front can link up with Mudryk and Noni really, really well. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's the team I'd go with for tomorrow. Hopefully. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys would go with for tomorrow too. So, score prediction for Chelsea versus Crystal Palace tomorrow. Like I've already said, it's a must-win. It's a must-win no matter what. We need to get points on the board. Otherwise, we're in serious danger, you know. 22 points in 18 games is not good enough. Not good enough. That's 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54. That's 22 points out of a possible 54 if my maths is correct. I don't know. That's abysmal. That's abysmal. So points are needed here. But what do I think will happen tomorrow? This is going to be weird because I predicted the draw against Newcastle. I said it was going to be 1-1 and it was 1-1. Then I said 1-1 against Wolves and it wasn't 1-1. Obviously we lost in that way. I think it's going to be 1-1. Yes, I think Chelsea are going to draw tomorrow And don't get me wrong, it's obviously better than a loss. It's better than a loss, but it's still only 1 point out of 3, and it won't be good enough because I mean, Crystal Palace are lying in 15th. They're only like 5 points near us. They're only 5 or 4 points near us. So if they beat us tomorrow, not only are we, you know, closer to Crystal Palace, we're only be a point or something like that off Crystal Palace, off 15th, but we're going to be even closer to relegation. You know what I'm trying to say, guys? So 3 points is that's it. We need 3 points. Not even a draw. Draw's unacceptable. Even if we dominate the game and we actually look like we're playing well, it's unacceptable. I don't care. We need 3 points no matter what. Even if it's a smash and grab, don't get me wrong, I won't be happy with the performance. Even if we play bad, we'll get the 3 points. But I'll just be relieved because we got 3 points. But it's must. It's a must. So we have to get the 3 points tomorrow. Have to. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think the score is going to be. I just don't think we're going to have enough. I think the team's confidence is in the bin. I think it's in the bin. Where we are on the table, with the manager we have in charge, I just don't. I don't see how it's going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, and also facing a low block. And you can guarantee this, by the way, if Crystal Palace score first, call the game. I'm basing this 1-1 draw off if we score first. But if Crystal Palace score first, it might not be 1-1 because obviously they're going to low block that. That's all I'm saying, guys. Let me know in the comments down below everything. Like, subscribe, everybody. Hit the bell notification. And yeah, hope you've all had a good Boxing Day. And yeah, see you for the game. See you after the game tomorrow, an hour after the game. Take care, all. And yeah, Chelsea, prove me wrong. Peace.